What is up, my friends? How are you guys doing today? I hope everybody is having a fantastic day. Wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. I hope you're loving who you're with and loving what you're doing and striving and thriving. Today, guys, we are talking about a movie from 1983. It's as old as I am. That's pretty dadgum old. We are talking about Space Raiders, directed by Mr. Howard R. Cohen. Guys, you know what I'm going to say, so go ahead and do it. Like and subscribe. This is the film. If you watched my last review, I talked about Vince Edwards. Well, Vince Edwards is in Space Raiders, and this is the film that I watched that made me want to look up Vince Edwards and find out, you know, what else he had been in, and made me watch The Devil's Brigade. Space Raiders is a fun little sci-fi romp, guys. It is like Star Wars light. It's like the last Starfighter light. It is B science fiction at the highest level. And when I say the highest level, I don't mean like the highest level is in cornball and silly and stupid. I mean, it is, which it is all of those things, cornball, stupid, silly, but it's at the highest level where it knows what it is and it excels at being that. This is about a little kid. This has David Mendenhall in it. If you guys know who that is, he's a little child actor from back in the Gap in the 80s. He looks like the Welch's grape juice kid, but that ain't him. You'd know him if you saw him. Just look up David Mendenhall and you'll be like, oh yeah, that kid. He was in a lot of stuff that we grew up watching. And so basically he's like he's a really important kid. He winds up basically being accidentally kidnapped by Vince Edwards and his crew of space pirates. And the whole point of the movie is Vince trying to get the kid home safely while all these other bandits and pirates and conglomerations and all those are trying to catch them, capture them, and use the kid for ransom and all that. Whereas Vince, or Hawk as he's called in the film, where he is basically, you know, even though he's a Han Solo, you know, scumbag mercenary type, he has a heart of gold and he wants to get this kid home for free, you know. This was fun. I enjoyed this. There's a character that reminds me of Alan Rickman's character from Galaxy Quest. He has this big old dome with like two slits in the side where he can like telepathically talk and sense things. He was one of the cooler characters, and he has an awesome, just the way that he portrays his character is awesome. He has an awesome performance, put it that way. There's also the special effects, guys. Let's talk about this. It's all practical. There wasn't no CGI back then. It's 41 years ago. There ain't no CGI. Everything was practical, from old boy's big dome with the slits on his head to our sinister, you know, Jabba the Hutt gangster type guy that is like, I want the kid Hawk. Arr! He's all painted up and bejeweled on his face with looking like a cross between a lizard and a grasshopper. He was cool looking. I mean, the special effects were something special. But another reason that I watched Space Raiders, okay, I recently got Battle Beyond the Stars. And y'all, if you've watched any of my reviews on some of these older B movies, I love me a Roger Corman film. And Battle Beyond the Stars has John Boy Walton. It's got John Saxon being a villain with a red scar on his face. I mean, it's a pure B science fiction film, but a lot of Roger Corman's science fiction movies back in the day reused props, sets, scenes from former movies. So if you guys have ever seen Battle Beyond the Stars, you'll remember the tit ship, right? It's the ship that they're all flying, and it has like 4 breasts on it. It comes flying over, and there's the things, and then there's a couple of mammaries, and then there's 2 mammaries in the back. And that's just what I've always called it. It's the booby ship. It's what it looks like. And all of y'all probably know exactly what I'm talking about. It's called the Nell, I believe. And so I was like, I know I've seen that ship in other movies, right? And so I went and watched Space Raiders, and sure enough, they are on the Nell in Space Raiders. The boob ship is back. And then I watched Dead Space, not associated with the video game, and it had some of the ships from John Saxon's army, his evil army, flying in it too. So I went and revisited a bunch of these older films just to see, you know, how much Roger Corman reused sets, props, things like that. And he did it quite a bit in these science fiction films. overall, I like Space Raiders. I thought it was a very fun film. I think the kids could enjoy it because it's not rated R. I think it's rated PG actually. There may be like a little bit of cursing, like maybe a damn or a hell, but there is nothing that's like, you know, nothing, no graphic violence, and it's pretty wholesome for the most part. It felt like maybe like a low budget Flight of the Navigator or something like that. It was a fun film that I really enjoyed watching, not only for Vince Edwards' performances, but to see those ships and those scenes and those sets reused and to see how much it was. So this film, not only did I enjoy it for what it offered me as the film, but I enjoyed it for what it offered me as far as like trivia bits and things like that I could look up while watching it. And so if you get a chance, guys, I highly recommend watching Space Raiders. It is streaming on Prime and ShoutTv. You guys can check it out if you want to. It's well worth your time. And guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me, talking about Space Raiders for a little bit, and taking time out of your day to just hang out with me for a little bit, guys. I appreciate it so much. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. And as always, my friends, I'm going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them. Peace out. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.